Disney sued Florida Governor Ron DeSantis Wednesday. The company is accusing DeSantis of government retaliation and threatening its business. The potential 2024 candidate is currently overseas in Japan, as you see here. The fight started after Disney spoke out against a Florida law which bans lessons on sexual orientation and gender identity in schools. The governor and an oversight board later revoked the special tax district that allowed Disney to self-govern for nearly 6 decades. Ellen Klas joins me now. She is the Capitol Bureau Chief of the Miami Herald. Ellen, what is Disney looking for from this suit?
Well, I think it's trying to reverse the action that the governor and legislature have been engaged in for the last year. It is making the argument that it is not only had its First Amendment rights violated, but it's also the governor's aggressive efforts to control the governing board. They now say it threatens Disney's business operations. They're saying it's jeopardizing their economic future in the region. And they continue to argue that it's violating their constitutional rights. So they're asking a court to invalidate the action that both the legislature and the governor-appointed special district board have, the actions that they've done, the legislation that's passed, as well as the appointment of this board and the voiding of the contracts.
And the Governor DeSantis' reaction is what?
Well, the governor, as you mentioned, is overseas. He is, we all expect that he's preparing to announce his candidacy for president. And so he's doing an international mission. He's right after Japan. He's today in South Korea. He has not said anything. His office, however, has continued to criticize Disney. They are accusing the company of, quote, undermining the will of Florida voters and operating outside the bounds of the law.
And so how do Florida voters feel about this?
You know, it's really hard to tell. We don't have a lot of polling on this, but I can tell you that there is has been a willingness of the legislature to support the governor on this. But the more he continues to push it, I'm hearing from legislators that they're getting increasingly uncomfortable. You know, right now, there's a lot of people, I think, that are wondering, why did the governor pick this fight? And the Disney lawsuit kind of spells out how there could have been other options for addressing these kinds of differences that he's had with the company. So it's really hard to tell. But, you know, this was a fight that the governor picked a year ago, and he was reelected overwhelmingly by voters. So I think the governor's pretty confident that he thinks he's got the will of the people on his side.
Remind us exactly what this special tax district did.
So this is a unique situation. It's a taxing district that governs all of the property that Disney owns. It's like 39 square miles in Central Florida. And the reason they did that is because back when Walt Disney originated Disney World, and they were about 16 miles away from the nearest municipality, and they needed to find a way to do infrastructure. So they thought the most convenient thing to do would be to tax themselves. So they created this taxing district, and today it continues to operate. This taxing district is unique in that Disney's tax rate is about 3 times higher than the tax rate of the surrounding counties. And so Disney effectively is taxing itself more than it would have to if it were run by a county. But because it's a government entity, that is something that the governor says needs more accountability. And I think his hope was that he would be able to use this kind of pressure to influence the content of Disney programming. And in fact, this taxing district really has no control over that at all.
Disney has a new man in charge who is the old man who was in charge, Bob Iger. Right now, is all of this affecting Disney's bottom line?
Disney has indicated that as soon as this announced, well, a year ago when the legislature first passed passed the law that would have dissolved Disney's taxing district by June of 2023. The company said it immediately had higher bond ratings. Fitch rated it, lowered its bond, that there have been other implications. We all have been watching as Disney has been struggling. There have been, layoffs. There is no indication that this fight with DeSantis has a direct impact. However, it's hard to not imagine that some of these things are rubbing off on Disney's bottom line. And the company, as I said, is arguing, it doesn't spell it out, but if this were to go to trial, we may see some evidence, and the company would have to defend its argument that this is actually having a negative impact on its business operations.
Mary Ellen Klas, thanks for your time.